Boom! What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs, guys. This is actually a follow-up video to the video I just put out recently. That basically was titled like, I'm sick and tired of this. Basically, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. And you know, I'm on this journey, I guess, for lack of a better word to call it. Just turning my life around, turning myself around, getting back to myself, gaining control over my life, and essentially just to kind of give you like a base, if you haven't seen that video, basically a series of events over the last 4 years, culminating into some things that happened to me over the last couple months. Basically forced me into kind of a back against the wall type situation. And I had been messing around my phone and I saw that I had the Audible app. You know, I have Audible because I kind of like to listen to some stuff sometimes. And you know, I was like, that's weird. Let me just open it up, you know, so I don't even know what possessed me to do it. And then one of the options came up to download or purchase with my points that I had accrued, the David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me, which by the way is probably so far like one of my favorite books of all time. Like, it changed things for me. Like, I listened to that whole book within a couple days. It takes a little bit because it's not just the book actually you get. When you get this, you actually get, you don't get the book, but you get the book and you get like this podcast type thing where David's talking to his friend who's the ghostwriter, and they add all kinds of information. It's freaking amazing, man. It is so dang good. And I had listened to, I had sort of become accustomed or acquainted rather with David Goggins actually through Joe Rogan's podcast, when he was talking about his life and stuff like that. I'm like, gosh, you know, this dude's freaking crazy, man. And his life is like wild. And to be honest with you, I mean, I know a lot of you guys have gone through some stuff, man. I know we all kind of go through our own things, but I know some of you guys, based on the comments and things, I know you guys have gone through some stuff. And which I appreciate you guys actually getting the comments and feeling comfortable enough to share that. Because personally, I think that's so powerful. And I think it helps a lot of people. It helps a lot of people connect and realize that they're not the only ones. Because I think when we get in these very, very low moments, these very low times in life, one of the first things that goes out the window is like our feeling of like not being lonely. Like we go into this weird pit and we feel alone, we feel like we're the only ones, we feel like we're so unlucky, and it's just crazy stuff that adds up that our minds do to us, and we sort of seclude ourselves from even the world. And I had been doing that for a long time without even freaking realizing it, man. Based on just a horrible thing that happened, I gave up so much of my being, so much of me, so many things that I had love for, and I didn't even, it's not even like I stopped doing it. Like, the gym is a passion of mine, bodybuilding is a passion of mine, like the fitness world is a love of mine. Like, it's the reason I got into YouTube. You know, it started a lot of things for me, like reading and doing a lot of stuff with that, and you know, everything with YouTube and the business. Like, I was still doing stuff, but after reading this book, like, I realized that I had to get raw and real with myself, that I was sort of half-assing it, you know what I mean? Like half-assing my way through things, and I was getting places, but I wasn't myself, you know, because before this, like, I had lost all kinds of weight. Like, I was like 270 and I went down to like 190. I did all kinds of relay races. I was doing crazy things. I was going to bodybuilding competitions. You know, I did the freaking Tough Mudder race with a bunch of people. It took like 4.5 hours to finish. I did all kinds of wild stuff, man. I was experiencing life, and, you know, and I was going crazy, and, you know, it was just going big, you know. And you'll have to forgive me, this is actually a gray shirt. It's like black now because I'm soaked. But I just finished cardio. That's my second cardio session of the day. And I like these times because, like I've always said, like cardio sort of gets me in this zen, sort of clear-headed mindset where I can just sort of, I don't know, flow, talk, you know, because I don't plan any of these things out. Usually I just I have an idea, like a premise, and then like I just turn the camera on and I just, whatever comes out of my face, you know what I mean? So so I just let this go, and sort of doing this, you know, doing cardio, doing this after cardio sort of helps me because everything just flows, man. You know, I spent an hour just running through my head like all these different ideas, and I was just watching some David Goggins podcast. Like I got it up right now. An old Joe Rogan podcast within a minute talking about a story. I watched a few of those today. Like, this is a dude, I mean, as a kid who was beaten, who had just a monstrous childhood and had a horrible time in school, stuttered, had learning disability, dealt with insane racism, like gained a freaking ton of weight because, you know, and he has these crazy phobias of water and things like that, and became a freaking Navy SEAL. Like, he went through 3 hell weeks, ran on freaking broken legs. He did a 100-mile freaking race with like 3 days, like insane freaking stuff, man. So if you haven't heard of this guy, man, if you don't know, now you know, man. Check this guy out. I shared a couple things today on Twitter. There's just so much out there from this particular guy, and there's so many people out there like him, and it's always been my aim to search out people that are just amazing people that go through stuff and find success, people that built themselves up from nothing, that came from nothing and became something, you know, that are better than me at life, that are better at me and than all kinds of stuff, so that I have something to strive after. A lot of people, you know, they have trouble doing that, man. They have trouble looking up to people and gaining motivation to maybe try to get there in their lives, because we make excuses. You know, when you see these amazing people do amazing things, you think, okay, well, these are like the special among us. These are like the few. These are like the 1%. You know, they got lucky, or you know, they're just gifted, something. But the reality of it is that there's regular freaking people, man. You know, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I've built something this far. We've gained a ton of success over the last 4 years. But Joe and I aren't special, you know. We have the same BS happen to us that everyone has. You know, we have the same stresses that everyone has. You know, we just had the mindset to go after something and do something about our lives, to achieve something and become free, you know, which is my ultimate goal. Is just true freaking freedom, man. So you're not owned by corporations. You're not owned by banks. You know, you're not stressing about, you know, what if your car breaks down, or, you know, little things. You know, you're just, I want to get to a point where that's all fine, you know. True freaking mental freedom. And watching these guys like this, man, really helps me out. And reading that book changed, like something just clicked, man, because I got so freaking low, man. And one last freaking thing happened. It was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And honestly, looking back at it, I think it needed to be done. It needed to be done. Like I talked about how Joe and I have been struggling for the last few months, because what we didn't know was that unfortunately November, December, and January are the slowest months of the YouTuber like thing. I don't know what it is about it, but it is. You know, I just gone full time. We haven't been full time that long. You know, we're not that big of a channel. We don't make tons and tons of money. You know, despite what everyone freaking seems to think. Like, you know, we're not there yet. We're tiny. We're small. And basically, you know, I have been running around with shoes with holes in them for like a year. And it got to the point where we're eating 1 meal a day. Like, we were struggling, man. That's the truth of it. It was bad, man. And I it was the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. You know, I just ran into this freaking wall. You know, you combine that with the fact that I'm dealing with PTSD issues, I relive what happened with my son every freaking day of my life. The fact that I don't know where he is. His birthday was on the 1st. And it's a really special one, He turned 5. And the last I saw him was the weekend after his 2nd birthday. And I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's hanging out with kids, if he's smiling and laughing, if he's happy, if he's taken care of, if he's going to see the doctor, if he's doing okay, is he going to pre-K, is he going to school? I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know who's around him, and that's a horrible feeling, man. That's a horrible feeling. This person who's like a piece of you that you love more than words can even freaking describe. And you don't even know where he is. And, running into a situation where the world around you is sort of against you. There's nothing out there really, that doesn't require tons of money, You can't call the police for something like this, You gotta pay for an attorney, Then they gotta find these people. Then you got to pay court costs, you got to deal with all this, you got to go through all these hoops, and then you got to deal with the Department of Revenue with all the child support stuff. It's so much of a hassle and a mess. It's unreal. It's been stressing me out, and I'm tired of it, man. I'm so over that, and it's something like clicked in my mind that I had enough. That for one, I was not giving everything that I have to give into everything that I want to do. That I wasn't 100% in the gym. That I wasn't 100% with the business relationship with Joe. That I wasn't 100% in my family life. That I wasn't 100% in the going after where my son is and trying to get him back. It was the pain and the depression and the anxiety and the fear and all this crap that builds up in people's lives. That was just crushing me down. And it's it happens you don't even realize, man. You don't even realize it's happened. And I just had a freaking wake up call, man. One last damn thing, and I was like, no. Never again. Never again. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to go down this road. I'm going to go down this path. And I'm getting after it, man. I'm getting after it. No stone unturned. All of my goals, from the littlest to the craziest, I'm gonna get on this camera, man, and I'm gonna show you my journey, man. And not everything I do is gonna work for you, I'm sure, because we're different people, we live in different lives. But you know what? Maybe you could get some inspiration. Well, rather, maybe not inspiration, because you know what? Inspiration is a bunch of BS. Inspiration is something that you get rah-rah and you feel great for a few minutes and then it goes away. I'm talking about real deep-seated motivation. And I'm not talking about the stuff everyone gets, like when your bills are paid and your kids are good and your family life's great, and you got a decent home, you got a car that works, you got a job. I'm talking about real, honest to goodness motivation. The kind of thing that requires you to deep dive within your own self. That type of motivation that requires you to engage with the deepest and the darkest of the things that are buried within you, that are buried within your own mind, that are controlling you from the inside out, things that are just rotting you from the inside out, the true deep-seated negativity, your own personal freaking demons. That kind of a motivation. Because that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes to be successful in anything. It's the fight. You got to be willing to go to that place and deal. Really, really 100% deal. Because the truth about it is getting anywhere, becoming successful, whatever that may be to you, It hurts, man. Growth hurts. Like, it's through the fire, it's through the pain, it's through the fight that we become better. That we start to really start to battle through things like anxiety and depression and fear and those things that just crush us down as people. You know, you got to go to that place where you just get pissed off and you say no more. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the same crap over and over and over. You know? That place where you're done with the woulda, shoulda, couldas. You're done with this whole list of crap that you say, yeah, I'm gonna do that eventually, or one day I might do that. No, man. You gotta get to that place where you get your ass out of bed and you start grinding. I mean, just get up and do it, man. You know, even if it's just something as little as just, and I say this all the time, like tiny little itty bitty goals. Like, get up and make your bed. Get up, do your laundry. You know, get up, clean your bathroom, get your house right. You know, clean your car. Little things, man. And each time you achieve a goal and it's done, you got that thing, that box you could check in your mind that makes you feel so awesome. And by the end of the day, you got this list of stuff that's like, just makes you feel so damn good inside. And you start to build confidence, and then you start to build more confidence and more confidence, more. Then you start to build bigger goals and bigger goals and bigger goals. And you just consistently get after it, and you build it's like you reprogram your mind. You know, David talks a lot about callousing the mind. Like, your mind is such a powerful thing. It's through your mind that we can destroy ourselves, and it's through our mind that we can do unbelievable, amazing, fantastic things. You know, and I realized real fast that even though, like, I was cooking, I was eating, you know, whole foods, I was taking my vitamins, I was going to the gym, I was working out every day, but I wasn't losing any weight. You know, I wasn't getting anywhere. And as soon as I reconnected, as soon as I got my freaking mind right, that's when I started moving forward. And that's how powerful, man, that's how powerful the mind is. You know, we get in these freaking slumps, man, and then we surround ourselves with all these other people that are going nowhere fast, man. They don't want to do anything but talk about how shitty their lives are, and you all have these contests back and forth, talk about how who's more miserable, and how things are unfair, and everything. You know, we all do it. It's like it's just the easiest thing to do, man. But it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You know, it's crazy. You realize real fast, the biggest enemy you will ever have, the biggest adversary, the most dangerous adversary you will ever face in your entire life, it's you, man. It's you. It's you. And you can look yourself in the mirror and you could be real and raw and honest with yourself. That's the start, man. That's the start to moving forward. I had to get honest with myself, man. I had to get real raw. And that's not hard, man, because that hurts, man. That that hurts. Yeah. I mean, yeah, somebody else telling you, hey, man, you could do better. You know, that doesn't feel great. But when you do it to yourself, when you're really, really, really honest, you're not lying and you're not sugarcoating to yourself, it doesn't feel great, man. It doesn't feel great at first, but it needs to be done. You know, because that's when you start changing, man. I had to be real, man. I said, look, I'm falling apart here. Like, I'm not this person. I am not this person. And I'm letting this thing that I could not control me. And no, I'm not doing that anymore. It's not acceptable. So I've decided, I made a decision to get after it, man. To get after it. Not sit around and feel sorry for myself. You know? Not wallow in the depression, the misery, and just all this dumb crap. Just beating myself down and just running from it on the inside. Trying to escape down this path and say everything's gonna be alright eventually. And just, you know. Because I realized, excuse me, I realized real fast, and I said this in the other video, there are true miracles and true blessings in life. And I feel that like I'm on the cusp of that right now. Like I'm blessed with the fact that I'm not working a 9 to 5. That I'm working for myself right now, and I'm making my own decisions, and I have a certain level of freedom now. But you learn real freaking fast that blessings and miracles do not come for free. You have to pay the price. And that price sometimes is getting dragged through the dirt. That price sometimes is running the gauntlet, is going through the fire, is going through a hell of a lot of pain, because you got to be better than yourself. And the only way to do that is to go through the damn pain, man. Just be real, just be raw with yourself, be honest, and go through the pain. Deal with the anxieties, deal with the depression. Get your shit together. That's what I'm doing now, man. And honestly, over the last week or 2 weeks, I'm losing weight. I'm on track to lose. I'm losing a pound to 2 pounds per week. I'm on track. Got my diet. I'm tracking it on my phone. Like, I'm going to the gym every day, sometimes twice a day. I'm going hard. I wake up every morning sore as all hell. With a big freaking smile on my face, because, you know, although I'm hurting and I'm fatigued a little bit, I mean, in my mind I know that I did something, you know? I did something. I pushed through, and now growth comes. And I'm so jacked right now to just take on anything, man. I'm actually considering signing up for some races down the road, which means I really got to get myself in shape. But I'm doing it, man. It's freaking working, man. And all I had to do was get real. And you know what? I'm gonna take you guys through this, man. I'm gonna take you with me, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and see about motivating you guys. And I'm not gonna rah-rah, sugarcoat, fluff it up, make it all nice and neat. No, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's gonna be painful sometimes. You know, there's gonna be days where I don't want to do this. I don't want to go out tonight and do cardio, but I did, and I feel fantastic now. And the days that I want to go film, but when we go out and film and we make banger videos and you guys love it, I feel better, you know? And I want to put more into this. I want more engagement. I want to go harder on social media. I want to get more involved with the memberships and patrons. I want to do more videos. I want to make this channel more dynamic. I want to make this channel as successful as that channel. I want to make that channel even more successful than it is. I want to do other business ventures down the road. Like, there's so many things that I want to do, and I'm freaking ready. And I'm going to spend every damn day doing at least one thing to get that much closer to that. Bettering myself every day. Even if it's something simple. Even if I only take inches forward. As long as I'm going forward, I'm not going backwards, and I feel fan-freaking-tastic. And I want that for all of you guys, man. I know some of you guys aren't going to do this. I know a lot of you guys are going to get mad. And that's just the nature of it. You know, when you start putting out stuff like this, you know, start showing your successes, start doing things. A lot of people get mad, man, because they start seeing their inadequacies. They start seeing what they're not doing in their own lives. They start seeing all the stuff they've given up, the dreams they failed on. And they've accepted that as their truth, as the way the world works, and everyone else is just lucky. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Everyone deserves the opportunity to be the greatest person they could possibly be. Be whoever they want to be the greatest version of themselves. Everyone deserves that, I believe. Everyone deserves the opportunity. Some people aren't going to do it, and that's fine. But some of you will. Some of you will. And let me tell you something, man. Although it's going to hurt, it's going to be hard, you'll be tired, you're not going to do it sometimes. But when you do it, like I'm doing it, it's going to change your life, man. It's going to change you. It's going to change you. It's an undescribable feeling. And it's worth it, man. It's worth every second. I talked a lot about fear and anxiety and how that swallows you. Let me tell you something. Growing up, I was always really different. I was always really different. I mean, we're talking like 6, 7 years old, having philosophical discussions, religious discussions, scientific discussions, you know, with my grandmother in full detail. Like, I was a strange kid. I was ahead of my time. I was an oddball. I was also extremely overweight. Extremely overweight. And I was bullied relentlessly all the time. And I've come to realize that the bullies, trolls, all these people that come at you and tell you can't do shit, like, these are people that are weak minds, man. And I realized, you know what? I am different. I am different. I am unique in my own way, just like everyone else. And you know what? That's not a problem. That is okay. Yeah, I always wear that shirt that says I see sheeple. Get a kick out of. People always like laugh at it. But the truth is, so many people, they want to fall in line, you know. They want to do what everyone else tells them to do. They want to grow up. They want to go to college. They want to have their career. They want to have their marriage and their 2.5 kids, and then eventually want to get retired. And then maybe they have enough money to outlast them until they die, and so on and so forth. That's not for me. That's not for me. You know. I've always been the black sheep. I was always been outside the herd. I was always been going after things that other people did not go after, and that's just always been me. And you know what? I've accepted that fact, and I'm okay with that. And a lot of you out there, especially young people, man, feeling so strange and outcasted and weird, and you know, maybe you're not the most popular kid in school. You know what? Who cares? Who cares? You know, the people who actually go out there and do crazy things and they change the world, those people were never the normal people. They were never the everyday, run-of-the-mill sheep. They weren't a part of the herd. They got after it and they did something crazy. They thought for themselves. And that's okay, man. You just gotta accept it. Learn to love yourself. And when you love yourself, anything's possible, man. It's all frame of mind, man. It's all a frame of mind. It's that dang simple. Beating yourself. Defeating yourself. And moving forward. That's a crazy thing, man, but it's working. It's working for me. It could work for you. And, I don't even know. It's probably been like, it's like a half an hour. I'm just rambling now at this point. It's like I said, I don't plan any of this. I just, you know, whatever comes out of my face comes out of my face. I don't even listen to it, really. I just, you know, I put this thing together, edit it up, put it up, because that's the way I roll. And like I said, it's going to help some of you. Some of you will get mad. And that's okay, man. You know, I can't help everybody. But those of you who really need this, a kick in the pants. This is for you. This is for you. People like me who believe that they should be doing something in life, who believe they deserve more in life, that really want to be free, that really want to find true happiness in life. This is where it's at, man. It's where it's at. It's through the growth period, man. It's just the constantly moving forward, becoming the better you. Because I mean, at the end of the day, there's no perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. There's never going to be a perfect you. But you should understand and have a vision in your head of what that might look like, and you need to go after that every freaking day of your life. Because if you do that, man, when that day comes, when your balance is up and the clock is done and you're on your way out, you know you really did something. You lived for something. You went after it. And you have no regrets, man. And that's life, man. That's how this works. You know, at the end of the day, life is short. So I'd suggest to you all, I'm asking you, start getting after it, man. Start getting after it. Anyway, guys, much love to you all. So many things coming down the pipeline. I keep saying this, man, because I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this year and what it's going to turn into. I mean, I'm on this ride just like you, and I'm excited how this is all going to turn out, man. And I'm excited about this channel too, especially. The way it's been growing is unreal, you know. And I'm excited about the changes I make in my own life. And I'm going to see where it goes. So I'm going to take you along with me, man. We'll take you along with me for this crazy ass ride I'm on. And hopefully it motivates a lot of you to get after it and find that happy place. Because that's where I'm at right now, man. It's crazy. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe as always, please, guys. If you're interested in any merchandise, of course, You Brothers Vlogs is always there, available to you. If you are interested in Teespring, we do offer that as well. You can go to the store section on the main page, or just go to Teespring. Our store's on there. There's always stuff there as well. We're gonna be doing a ton of stuff, man, especially with the live streams, especially on Patreon and with the member base as well. So if you're interested in doing that, you're welcome to. If not, just, you know, throwing that thumbs up, man, does a lot for us. And at the end of the day, even though we may not necessarily get to talk to all of you guys all the time, because it's just not possible, unfortunately, I do my best to get through to as many people as I possibly can. And it pains me that I can't get to everybody, but I do my very, very best to try and do that. So reach out to us on social media, and I'll see about getting back to you. We really appreciate you, man. You guys are why we get to do this at the end of the day. And it's amazing. So anyway, much love to you. I'm gonna get in and get some food in because I'm starving now with this cardio. But let's get savage, man. Let's get savage. Thoughts become things. It's a real deal, man. It's a real thing. So get your mind right. Anyway, love you all. Peace.